Syrup and Jackal.
Yeah.
And Jackal's not here today, so Zomba and Syrup are just magnetized to each other, and we get to see them go at it once again here in Winners Finals of Fusion here this Monday. Small Battlefield, let's go.
Oh, yeah, I'm super excited to get into this. Syrup already starting out with a nice gyro. 24-piece looking to catch it. Immediately coming back down there with a gyro crab of his own. Syrup looking to get out of the gauntlet, but Zomba having absolutely none of it. 67%. Oh, goes a little too back down with that bear. And the big punish coming out from Syrup. Oh, that's not able to find that PK Thunder, unfortunately.
Yeah, just taking a forward tilt there out of gas, but not out of nairs. Like, if you can just find the spacing to throw out nair, you can turn a curse into a blessing. Down air, a little too early, though. Good stall on the part of Syrup as Zomba looks to continue to lock down this ledge. Very excellently just playing in front of Syrup's face just quick enough to utilize his grab moves, to utilize the grabs, and there it is.
You don't go for a read on a guy like that unless you have the set record that Zomba has with Syrup, bro. Last time like no shade to Syrup, right?
Syrup's crazy.
Syrup's very insane, but like this matchup is just very funny. I think it's some insane number, like 20-something Zomba favorite to like maybe like 3 Syrup favorite, right? Like I don't know, don't quote me on that. But it's a very big Zomba versus a very small Syrup. Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
and you still fall for it. How many times they play, he still falls for it.
You miscounted. You can only do a certain number of hits before the hitbox deactivates when you're holding block. So Zomba attempting to go for a punish and respectable, but you can just angle your shield down, wait for it to stop, and then like spot dodge grab or spot dodge something. Mistiming it though, and Syrup will take that to the bank. Let's see if they can. Well, they're absolutely amassing this lead thus far. Ooh. Good get up attack though from Zomba, and just it's the button to say I don't want to deal with your stuff right now, and if you misbase this, then you gotta hold that.
Oh my gosh.
Zomba kind of on him.
Oh my gosh, the PK Magnet did okay. Nice rebuttal there coming back from Syrup, putting himself back on the side of the stage. Gyro coming out. Stop laughing at that word. I use that word all the time.
I wasn't ready for it twice.
Let me cook.
Now, okay.
Let me cook.
My hands are up in the air, and I'm letting him cook.
Down there in the Goes catches landing from Zomba with the up air, and Zomba already putting himself back in the driver's seat. Oh no! Not like this. Not like this. Oh my god. See, that's what happens when you don't let me cook. Zomba's just like, you know what? You guys are having a little. It's getting a little too crazy up there. Let me just pop.
Let's just end this game. It's like no more fun. Drop down there. Why? I will never understand the same person, the same individuals, plural, that made R.O.B down air also made like, I don't know, to keep it at least somewhat contemporary, like Inkling down air. Like Inkling down air is like the spike hitbox lasts for 1 frame, like it's really thin, and then R.O.B down air is like this massive 7-frame spike. It's like, oh, you know,
this is fair.
This is fine.
I mean, you got to put yourself in the seat of the devs, right? Because like, look at R.O.B as a character, and you're like, how funny would it be if we made this guy broken?
I was
like in any other fighting game, like the I forgot, I don't know what game it was. Like there's like a tank. I forgot what fighting game it is. It's like a literal tank on the roster, right? Like all big characters like this in any other fighting game is gonna be like terrible, right? Like look at like Iron Giant in Multiverse, right? Like after they nerfed him, right? Like look at R.O.B. They're just like, yo, how funny would it be if we made this guy like really good, like a top 10 character? And look what we got now. And it is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a little. It's something where if you're not laughing, you're frustrated, and being frustrated is not fun. So
you're either laughing with us or you're laughing at us, bro.
True.
That's what's going on here.
All right, let's line it up. One more.
Bop! Oh,
okay,
no,
not quite yet. I mean, good on Syrup, right? You would think those PK rockets are going to be so easy to time if you find the right spacing, if you find Syrup in a position like that. But good on him for finding these delays and finding this damage. You're on Hollow Bastion for game 2 and at 154-94 lead, looking for that nair, but just missing ever so slightly.
Oh my god! What a tech there from Syrup, still hanging on. 154% Zomba, still hanging on to the stop. Syrup looking for that drag down to a back throw, something along those lines. Forward air, not just yet, but that forward air is definitely going to do it. Syrup taking the first stock at game 2.
Yeah, just trying to get this gyro out of dodge, but Zomba going fine. There it is.
Yep.
But
wait,
no stock
quite
quite yet because of the lack of rage. This one for sure, though.
Down throw into up smash.
Yeah, calling out the early mash, or the early mash with the up smash instead of just going for like an up tilt or an up air. Because the up tilts are saving for, I guess, both players low percent combos. So let's see who's able to find a answer out of this scramble first. It seems to be Zomba narrating through the platform.
Gyro coming out, catching that 2-frame. Zomba, oh my god!
And we will...
literally just going back and forth to the ledge. Play like Zomba, literally just covering all those options all the time. Syrup, like, you remember that, like, Syrup's really good, but, like, Ness is still Ness. Like, that recovery is really, really exploitable at times, especially as a character like R.O.B.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do to circumvent your own character's weaknesses, but at the same time, every character has so much validity that, like, you can outplay anyone to win a matchup or to win the supposed -5s with like some exceptions. And this is far from unwinnable. Syrup has done it before, and we've seen the damage that Syrup can put on, especially on a larger character like R.O.B. Like, any sort of magnet shenanigans is potentially on the table, but it going from such a poor angle, and Zomba was ready for the anti-air, ready to close out the stock just like that to a 2-0 lead. Waiting for game number 3 because we are now in best of 5 territory.
Yeah, it's gotta be so tilting if you're Syrup, right? Like fighting that, like I don't mean to make the joke, right? But like the big body of R.O.B, right? Like and like a lot of your Ness combos are like a lot easier to land on R.O.B. So a lot of that you're Syrup, but you're known for those crazy like magnet to PK fires, all that great jazz, right? And then Zomba's just like, okay, but I have down tilt and I have gyro, so just like No, you don't get to play. You don't get to do your fun stuff. But Syrup tries to find the opportunity to find the fun stuff, and here we go already, 54%. He's getting a little something going right now.
It's like the difference between like it's best exemplified with Joker. I know Joker's not on the screen right now, but hear me out. Joker has like a really good combo weight, so that comboing him is really good.
Okay.
But he's really hard to hit.
Yeah.
Because of like hurtbox shifting and him being so thin and all of that stuff. R.O.B can have some of those attributes, like it's similar, where R.O.B is much easier to combo because he's big and he has good combo weight, but because his frame data is so good and because his hitboxes are so big, finding those opportune starters can be sometimes surprisingly difficult. But when you're able to maneuver around them and find those starters, well, the proof is in the pudding, and Syrup is back down to 16% and just going all over Zomba right now, having the answer to just about every interaction. Look at that rollback, so keen from Syrup.
Oh my gosh. Syrup looking a lot more comfortable going into this game 3. Zomba looking for fuddle, looking for an answer right here, catching that jump there with the up tilt.
All right, we're going to throw out 5 of these and then see what happens.
Every time I see R.O.B down tilt, I think about Brawl down tilt.
Yeah, he like leans into it in Brawl too. He like gets up off of his like burner or whatever. Like,
he puts his whole soul into that, bro.
He puts his everything. It's like, this is my moment.
R.O.B and old, like, yo, I know my down tilt, bro. I'm just saying.
I know.
Just let it go.
I know we're here, bro. You got to respect this.
Oh!
And you try to go back. That was a similar type of cross-up that we're seeing Syrup do against Miles and earlier in this set. Oh, wait, cooking?
What, hello?
Trying? Maybe?
Double forward air. Here we go. Zomba looking for the back air, never to find it just yet. Syrup immediately with a reversal with the forward throw. Oh, trying to catch the landing here, but you can't unless you're like Snake or like. Actually, if you're in like anybody, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna catch R.O.B doing that, right?
It's
Who
weird.
in their right mind is gonna punish R.O.B, especially Zomba, right? If you try, like, you're almost never gonna find it. That's just, you have to hold that. But yeah, I mean, once he lands though, you find that punish with the up air. Here gets the Syrup, putting Zomba on the last stock for this game 3.
That's a trick, right? Like and what continues to make both Burner and the fact that R.O.B doesn't go into free fall so strong is you're able to make space in ways that is really difficult for characters to mess with, which is why biplats are generally very good in the game plan that Syrup has tried to go with a lot of utilization of full hop and short hop up air. Ooh, that forward air closing off the top though. Syrup still in a solid position with the 60% lead, but you can't let Zomba get going, or else he's going to run all over you. Double fair, unfortunately, trades for Zomba, though they're still on it. That fair was coming down, just barely sneaking past the up tilt that Zomba had thrown out.
And like, Zomba was literally down 3 seconds ago, and he's already put Syrup back. You already reclaimed that lead. That's the power of R.O.B, man. He does not care about any of the extra credit you get, because he's going to find that up air, and 07 salute. Zomba takes that 3-0 winners finals. Oh my gosh.
Not the greatest of DIs, but hey, you're kind of stuck there with without much of anything. And Zomba
Robo
just
looks
had to
offended at that DI.
It was not great.
He's like, you come into my venue and you DI like that, like a child.
It's kind of cringe, bro. Not gonna lie.
Come into my birthday party without a birthday gift or any DI, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's my birthday. Come on. Look at
Happy
this.
birthday,
Like
Obo.
straight up.
Oh
Thank you.
my gosh. See, I just wanted to get some cake, man.
Well, you know, Zomba's got the winnings in sight with a 3-0 winners final, sitting very pretty in grands after the fiery start that Syrup had in Game 3 as well, showing that discipline, showing that resilience. And what continues to make R.O.B so good is that, like, we highlight, oh, R.O.B's very big, his body's huge, he gets comboed, but his frame data is so good.
This interaction
Like,
was just so funny.
Right,
It's just kind of like,
air dodge, and then you'll get punished. Air dodge, and then you'll get punished. Oh, you're going low? I'm just going to walk in front of you, and then you're going to have to hold that.
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
Like, R.O.B has such good frame data. He's got solid projectiles, good item game, amazing combo game. Like, there's so much utility with R.O.B's whole kit, and it comes together so well that it becomes the joke that R.O.B's big body is his only weakness, with the exception of maybe dealing with projectiles in abundance, like in the Young Link matchup, where it's like, oh, sometimes if there's 5 projectiles on the screen, like Gyro can only eat one of those.
Yeah. Ironically enough, the only answer we can really think about to R.O.B is like, what if I just throw an entire refrigerator at him and just don't give him a chance to play the game? Because that's what R.O.B does to you, right?
Yeah.
He literally runs in your face, stops you from doing anything. You don't have the time to think. He throws at the laser on the other side of the stage. You finally think, okay, get time to recollect, time to breathe. Nope.
Yeah,
Literally running all the way across the stage. I mean, amazing showing from Zomba, though, as always.
Oh, for sure.
3-0. He does his thing, you know?
Yeah, he pilots the character well, and that's what allows us to look at the gameplay, and it's like, wait a minute, R.O.B doesn't have... Like, R.O.B has buttons at every range, both vertically and horizontally, which can make a matchup really hard to go into, and why it becomes much more about playing the player rather than just playing playing against the character. Because typical R.O.B match, if you play the typical R.O.B matchup against Zomba, he's gonna eat you alive. Same thing with other R.O.B players like 8-Bit Man, like Anathema, like, you know, etc. Steven, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure it's Anathema.
Yeah, Anathema.
Yeah.
Anathema.
but it's the flexibility that continues to keep R.O.B where they are, and maybe he's not on paper the best of the best character, like this top 5, top 10, or top 3 meta threat, but he's absolutely in that top 10 conversation. Absolutely, always going to be around, and always going to be a matchup that you need to know here in the 2022, almost 2023 lifespan of Smash Ultimate.
It's December